Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you Tuesday, June the 30th, the year's 2020. Let's talk trading. Time for the monthly wrap up. And just to let you know, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. Trading is extremely risky. You can lose all of your money. If you need trading, investment, or financial advice, seek the advice of an accredited financial professional. And of course, always have your money and risk management in place. Maybe next month I will remember to put the money management on a second screen. And brain management. Don't fall for any of these. Don't wind up having any of these feelings. No pain. The pound. It has turned around today. It is 128 pips off of the weekly low. And in fact, it's only 12 pips off the weekly high. Small range for the week. And you can see here the here's the high, yesterday's low, opening range for the week. Barely cracked through it and pulled back in. But you see, we came through the bottom of the opening range for the month, and we're about 55 pips above that. Once again, green candle. The month, the week, and the day are all green. Still down for the year, though. Inside bar at 44, 23 bars ago. Walmart, maybe that's why you had that 23.44. Walmart's not on the line, but he had his chart. I think he said it was marked I think it was 23.44, and he couldn't remember why. Maybe that was it. The range, 134 pips today. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs over 100 pips in range. The pound, we had the pivot was above the buy zone, so there was a long bias there. But you see, we touched it, so bias is off. Trade what you see. Entered the sell zone, came down. Green candle in the sell zone. Didn't make it. Once again, green candle in the sell zone. But then finally, 1, 2, 3 times the lady. And it moved to the upside with vengeance across that weekly open at 23.28. Hasn't looked back. Red rats, time to feast. Once again, using the H1, you can see here, basically, that would have been a pro trade. No trade here. But if you were to drop down to the M15, you can see taking those red candles in the rat zone would have paid off. And dynamic rat. Once again, took out the pivot. There's the weekly pivot. This is only Tuesday, so we still have, 3 days left to take out that weekly pivot. We took out the daily. And you can see here, we only have 2 missed pivots for the month of June. Maybe they'll get taken out in July. Maybe they won't. We'll have to wait and see. Because we still have a couple of missed pivots here. Back in March. The wick zone. It was huge wick zones yesterday. I've got the daily candle there. We can put this back to the hourly, but the wick zones were huge. But you see, price doesn't like staying in the wick zone. But the way price is moving right now, I would imagine at the end of the day, price might wind up in the upper wick zone. I could be wrong. Trade what you see. And remember, these videos are for educational purposes only. looking at all the smart range gauges here. You can see 3 hours ago, we were at the 99 percentile, and 2 hours ago, 4 hours ago, both above 90, a 97 and a 92. So you can see the momentum is down, and you can see prices coming down. Only 14 so far this hour. And if you switch over to H4, you can see that last one was in the 98 percentile. Price right now is going through the psychological 75. And if you look here at the close minus open, 83%, close minus low, the high minus close at 12%. So once again, red rat time. Feast on some nice cheese. So I know I've explained these, and I hope everybody watching, and especially if you have the indicators, you understand how to use them. If not, shoot me a question. I could always make another video explaining how to use these because, well, to me, it's simple. I'm the one that created them, but I've explained it to a few others, and once they get it, they go, yeah, and you can use these in your trading because it's superior to just having the range, just knowing what the range is here. It's also superior to the frequency distribution because with the frequency distribution, it causes you to do the work. But at least now, we let the computer do the work and we know what percentile price is in for all the different ranges in real time. And that makes a big difference. Just here, higher high, lower low breakout, right here, taking those, if you just started taking those H1 breaks here, 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 and even here on that inside bar, they paid off. So I want to caution traders one thing. In fact, I spoke with one of the traders who put out a video over on the Trading Nut, and we had a long talk yesterday, and he was asking me a lot about my stuff, and because he's doing the pin bars and he likes using moving averages, so of course I was kind of teasing him a bit about the squigglies, but he was really curious about the rat zone and the wick zone and all. And I said to him when we ended the call, and usually I started out in the beginning, I go, if you are profitable, don't listen to anybody else, including and especially me. Okay? So, and that's the thing. I said, if you found a cow and it gave you milk every day, you don't need to find another cow. You just need to milk the cow you have till that cow no longer gives milk. And so what I mean by that is one, you focus on what is working and you do it repeatedly because that's what good trading is, doing things that work, doing them over and over, as in repeatedly. And by focusing, it means you don't go look at the latest whiz bang indicator method, robot, or any of that other stuff out there, including mine. If you've got something working for you, you don't need anything I have. Now, there might be an indicator that I have that maybe you're doing something by hand and I've automated it. I've turned it into a gauge or a multimeter. Yeah, by all means, use those. But if you've got your own method, your own way of trading, and it's putting pips in your pocket, dollars in your pocket day after day, do not change a thing. Okay? Don't. Don't add, don't subtract, just keep doing it. If it stops working, then you see if you need a minor adjustment or if you need a major overhaul. But some traders like to say, well, I want to have more systems in my arsenal in case blah, blah, blah. No, you don't. You don't need it. You really, really, really don't. Because people go, well, if it's a sideways market or if it's an accumulation distribution, if it's this, no, the market's the market. Prices going up and down. Okay, some days will be big paydays, some days will be little paydays. Some days you might not get paid at all, but it's not because of your system, it's because of the market. When I teach people, one method, one pair, and a lot of times just one direction. You cut down on the variables and you control what you can control, and that's it. And then it's up to the market. Remember, every win is luck. And what do I mean by that? If you can't control the outcome and the outcome is favorable, it's luck. I know for some that's a hard pill to swallow. No, I've got this system and I've done all this research and I got this indicator and blah, blah, blah. Look, you can't guarantee the next trade you're in is going to be a winner. It's up to the market. When you put that trade on, everything else goes out the window. Okay? The only thing you've got going once you put a trade on is your risk and money management. You manage how much you're willing to lose. And if the market smiles upon you and gives you an opportunity to take a point, a pip, 10 pips or more, and you take it, that's your money management. But you see, once you put the trade on, the trading stuff's off. Even the chart, what's on the chart is basically off, meaning, either your account is going up or your account is going down. That's it. And so it's just something that you really have to focus on. And a lot of people go, oh, don't look at the pip, don't look at this, look at the chart. Well, if that works for them, all well and good. But the reality is, once you put the trade on, your money's either increasing or decreasing. And so you can look at the chart all you want. Fact of the matter is, if you're underwater, you're underwater. And there's nothing you can do about it except not take on any more water by exiting the trade. And it's just something that, most of these guys out there talking about trading, they don't talk about things like that. They're more about enticing you to basically, buy their stuff. It's really what they're all about, because they all have something to sell. They go, well, you have something to sell. You got those donational indicators and blah. It's like, look, the only thing I have to sell are Drain the Bank t-shirts, okay? And the indicators I send out as a thank you if somebody sends a donation, okay? If you send me a donation, I'm not required to send you anything. You made a donation because you like me or you like what I do, and you're happy and you want to see me continue to make videos and, to continue to maybe create new indicators and put them out there. So, I've got nothing to sell but t-shirts. And I just did those because I thought it looked cool, be kind of funny, kind of fun too. So, but those other guys, one of them even admitted, he says he made 7 million trading, but 10 million in online sales. There you go. What do you think he's making most of his money doing now? I know he's doing online sales every day, but that's his business. I'm happy for him. But I'm just looking out for the traders who stumble upon, my little channel. People go, you should have a lot more viewers. And you should, well, the thing is, the other people don't want anybody else watching my stuff. They really don't, because, after they listen to me, most of them will go, yeah, you know what? You make a lot of sense. And those other guys, yeah, I see what you're saying. Oh, and if you're wondering why certain things are flashing on and off here, it's because I've got the only show near indicator or switch on in the inputs, and it's like 5, so it has to be within plus or minus 5 of the line or it disappears. And that's because you get a whole bunch of lines, and these ones are up here because that's a different indicator. I want those to stay. But these, they can flash. So, fellow traders, I hope when you close down your platform today, you had a profitable day and a profitable month, the end of the month. And so when you come back tomorrow, next month, just remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. And if you're new, be sure to click subscribe. Rumple One